We have your week 4 waiver wire pickups for you today. I can't believe we're already going into week 4. But before we get into it, if you can hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, it helps us out a ton and it'll help you out too so you know when new videos like this go live. Let's get into it. Starting off, we have running back for the Chicago Bears, Khalia Herbert. With David Montgomery, who left Sunday's game due to a knee and ankle injury, it's likely that he's going to miss some time, and Khalia Herbert is going to benefit in his absence. After he left Sunday's game, Khalia Herbert came in and destroyed the Houston Texans. And if you go look at week 1 and week 2, the snaps that Khalia Herbert did get, he was averaging more per carry than David Montgomery. So with David Montgomery out of the lineup, I expect Khalia Herbert to be the workhorse back for this team, and he's definitely worth rostering in leagues. He's widely available, so go pick him up this week. Next, we have running back for the Detroit Lions, Jamal Williams. With DeAndre Swift dealing with an ankle injury and now a shoulder sprain, Coach Dan Campbell came out and said that it might be best for them to sit him out the next couple weeks and bring him back after their bye week, which is week 6. So DeAndre Swift would come back week 7. Sounds like that's the route they're going to go. And in his absence, Jamal Williams is going to be the guy for them. So he's widely available out there. He definitely should already be rostered in leagues, but if he's not in your league, go pick him up. Next, we have running back for the Washington Commanders, Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson was listed as the RB1 for the Washington Commanders coming into the season before getting into an unfortunate situation where he was shot in his leg and caused him to miss the start of the season. He's expected to be back week 5, and I think this guy is definitely worth stashing on your bench if you have the space. I don't think he's going to be effective right away, but I think come week 8, week 9, or even going into the fantasy playoffs, he could be a valuable piece to have on your bench. Next, we have wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs was a big factor in Sunday's win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, catching all 8 targets for 73 yards and a touchdown. This team is very thin at the wide receiver position after the Packers placed Sammy Watkins on the IR. Christian Watson's dealing with a hamstring injury. So this team is very thin at the wide receiver position, but Allen Lazard's back in the lineup. Romeo Dobbs looked really good on Sunday. So this Packers offense is getting going, and I think Romeo Dobbs is going to be a big part of the offense. So I think this guy is worth rostering. He's widely available. So if you need a wide receiver, he's someone that you should take a look at. Next, we have wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Zay Jones. Zay Jones popped off on Sunday after disappearing in week 2. He came out and he had 10 receptions on 11 targets for 85 yards and a touchdown. This Jacksonville Jaguars offense is looking really good over the past couple of weeks, and I think Zay Jones is a huge part of this offense. So I think he's definitely worth rostering. He's widely available. So if you need a wide receiver, he's someone that you should take a look at. Next, we have tight end for the Cleveland Browns, David Njoku. David Njoku's finally getting involved in this Cleveland Browns offense after having 0 targets in week 1. He had 5 targets in week 2 and 10 targets in week 3, having a monster game on Thursday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. David Njoku is someone I like targeting on the waiver wire this week. He has a big ceiling for a tight end, which we know is hard to find at the tight end position outside of the top 5 guys. So if you have a need for the tight end position, David Njoku is someone you should target this week. Next, we have our quarterback of the week, Matt Ryan, taking on the Tennessee Titans. I like the matchup for him this week. I feel like he's due for a big fantasy game, and I think it could come against this Tennessee Titans team who likes getting into shootouts. So if you stream quarterback, Matt Ryan may be someone you want to take a look at. Last, we have our defense of the week, the New York Giants. The New York Giants are taking on the Chicago Bears this week, and the Chicago Bears offense have not been able to get it going, and I don't think it's going to start against this New York Giants team in New York. So I like the New York Giants defense as a streaming option this week. But that's going to do it for us today. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, line them up.